Born into the dust, Kunle was born behind the mud house of Chief Adesina, a powerful landowning man in an old Oyo town. His mother died during childbirth, leaving him in the care of his father, Baba Gbadamosi, a strong but broken slave. From the moment Kunle could walk, he learned the weight of servitude, fetching water before sunrise, sleeping on cold floors, and eating leftovers after the master's dogs had been fed. Other children learned their oriki with pride. Kunle learned silence.
Baba Gbadamosi once owned farmland before debt and betrayals sold him into slavery. Though age bent his back, he never bent his spirit. At night, he whispered wisdom into Kunle's ears. Omo mi ile ki ije koma tun yi pada. The land never stays the same forever. Yet by day, the master's whip erased hope, beating both father and son for the smallest mistake. Kunle grew up watching the master's sons mock his torn clothes and bare feet. He was denied schooling, forbidden from sitting under the mango tree where freeborn children learned letters from the missionary teacher. Once, when Kunle dared to ask for leftover cassava, the master's wife spat near him and called him Omo Eru, a slave's child. That night, Kunle cried, not from hunger, but from shame. One planting season, Baba Gbadamosi collapsed in the field from exhaustion. Instead of mercy, Chief Adesina accused him of laziness and ordered a public flogging. Kunle stood helpless as blood stained the red Oyo soil. That night, Baba Gbadamosi held his son and said his final words. "Live long enough to change your name." By morning he was dead. Grief turned into fire. At 16, Kunle fled at night through the thick forest toward Ijebu land, guided by traders who pitied him. He worked as a porter, then a helper to kola-nut merchants, sleeping in markets and eating once a day. Life was cruel, but for the first time, no one owned him. Years passed. Kunle learned how palm oil moved from village to coast, how cocoa was measured, how trust was currency. He saved every cowrie, every penny. In Abeokuta, a freed slave trader taught him arithmetic and record-keeping. Kunle's sharp memory and honesty made him respected. Slowly, the boy with nothing became a man with influence. By his early 30s, Kunle owned warehouses and trading routes across Ibadan and Ogbomosho. He changed his name to Kunle Adeyemi, no longer known as anyone's son but as his own man. He built houses, employed former slaves, and paid bride price honorably. Yet in his heart, the past waited quietly. Time humbled Chief Adesina. Slave trade declined, his children were reckless, his lands mismanaged. Debts piled up. One by one, his properties were sold. At an auction in Ibadan, the highest bidder for Adesina's ancestral land was a calm, well-dressed man. When Kunle removed his cap, recognition struck like thunder. Chief Adesina and his sons now worked as laborers on the very land they once ruled. Kunle became their employer, but he never lifted a whip. Instead, he paid fair wages and enforced dignity. When the old master begged for mercy, Kunle replied softly, "I only ask that you live as we lived." Justice, not revenge, became his victory. Kunle built a school on the old slave quarters and named it Ila Ireti, House of Hope. He told children his story so they would know that birth does not define destiny. When Kunle died old and respected, the elders said, "The child of chains became the owner of keys," and the land remembered him. If you enjoyed this short story, please like, share, and follow AD Media for more. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new story is posted.